Okay, so we're going to take our first look at multi-step equations, and with multi-step equations, there is a whole bunch of stuff to do. The first thing we're going to want to do is individually simplify each side of our equation. So we don't want to worry about any solving work yet. We just want to make sure that if we have something to distribute, we distribute it. If we have like terms to combine, we do that. So on our left-hand side, we have 3 times the quantity x plus 5. And of course, we know we distribute for that. So we have 3 times x and 3 times a positive 5. So 3x is going to give us, or 3 times x will give us 3x. Bring down our plus, because it is 3 times positive 5, which is 15. We still want to show that that is equivalent to the quantity above. We haven't changed anything, we've just looked at it differently, and we want to distribute 7 into that parentheses. So we have 7 times the quantity x plus 1, that's 7 times x, which will give us 7x, and 7 times a positive 1 will give us plus 7. Alright, now that we've distributed, we would combine like terms if there were any other stuff to do, but right now we want to get to the work of solving the equation. So for that we want to go with order of operations in reverse. So we now, for solving equations, right, solving, we want to start at the bottom. So that's subtraction or addition. Now, to solve equations, we can move anything wherever we wanted to, just by following the correct steps. But it's the easiest thing to do is look for the variable with the largest coefficient, right? So we have 7x and 3x are our variable terms. 7x is larger, so just to make our lives easier, we might want to keep that one where it is. We could go in any other way, like we can move x's to the left-hand side, we can move x's to the right-hand side, but I think it would be easiest to try to keep this where it is. That way our x is always positive. If we can. There's times where we can't. Okay, so to do that, we're going to want to leave 7x where it is, so we're going to want to get rid of the term next to it. So we have 7x plus 7. The opposite of plus 7 would, of course, be minus 7, or plus a negative 7. And we want to do that on both sides of the equation to keep everything balanced, right? So we took 7 from here, we have to take 7 from the left side. And then our next step is to go ahead and just combine like terms. So on our left side, we have 3x plus 15 minus 7. Well, nothing combines with 3x, so I'll just bring it down. And then a positive 15 minus 7 is going to give me a positive 8. And that's still equal to what we have on the other side. It's combining like terms. I'll bring down my 7x because there's nothing for that to combine with. And positive 7 and negative 7 will combine to be 0. So I don't have to bring anything down to show that. Alright, so now I have 3x plus 8 equals 7x, which is still all the same thing as we had up here at the beginning. Nothing's really changed, we're just looking at it differently. Alright, so our next step is, well, now we want to handle moving 3x away from 8. So again, we want to go with opposite operations, right? We're still on the addition subtraction step. The opposite of a positive, this is a positive 3x, opposite of that is negative 3x. So we want to subtract 3x from that side, and we want to also have a negative 3x on the right hand side. We'll go through combining like terms one more time. So now 3x and negative 3x on the left hand side will combine to be 0, right? And what I'm going to do is just bring down this 8. These were 0. And that is equal to, well, I have 7x minus 3x, or 7x plus a negative 3x, and that would be 4x. So now I'm pretty much almost done. I've handled all the addition and subtraction there was. So now I want to keep going up and look for any division or multiplication. I do have multiplication, right? Because I have 4 times x. So the opposite of multiplication is division. And I want to go ahead and divide both sides by 3. And this is where I'm going to use that fraction notation. I'm sorry, by 4. This is where I'm going to use that fraction notation and put both of these over 4. And the reason we do that is because we have 4 times x divided by 4. Well, 4 divided by 4 is 1. So really, these cross out and it becomes a 1x on the right side. And 8 divided by 4 is going to cross out and become 2. So I'll bring down my result from both sides. So 2 is equal to 1x, and we'll make a little answer box for ourselves because we want to write it like this. In a box, x is equal to, that's the same as 1x, so I don't really have to write the 1. X is equal to 2. In our next video, we'll check to make sure that that's correct. It's an incredibly important step, and you're going to do it every time because there's never any reason to get any of these wrong, ever.